These are some reading habits I love and I find chic. Reading in multiple languages. I'm fluent in 3 languages, Spanish, Catalan and English. I read mostly in English, but I'm trying to make an effort to read more in my mother tongues, Spanish and Catalan. And also I really want to start reading books in Portuguese and Italian. Italian for Elena Ferrante and Portuguese for Clarice Lispector. I'm not fluent in either Italian or Portuguese, but since both of them are Romance languages, they both come from Vulgar Latin, I can try. I listen to a lot of bossa nova and also a lot of Italian music, so I'm sort of familiar with the language. I'm currently reading The Odyssey and I'm reading it both in Spanish and English. Like every book, every canto, I keep switching between Spanish and English, not for any particular reason, but my Spanish edition of The Odyssey is a Penguin Classics in Spanish, and it's very classically written. And then in English, I'm reading the Emily Wilson, I think, edition, and that one is not so classically written. I think it's more adapted to the modern language. So I like switching between those 2 editions because I feel like I'm reading the same story in very different tones. Reading the classics from your own culture. This is something that I've started doing because I love reading classics, but I tend to read more British classics. And then I also love modern classics, but I tend to read more American modern classics. So I do want to start reading more Spanish and Catalan classics. I did read them during my school year, but since I finished school 10 years ago, I haven't really read many Spanish or Catalan classics, and I think Spanish has beautiful classics. Like from the ones I've read Don Quixote. At the end of the day, those are the books that have shaped my culture and also my country history most of the time. Getting to know the author as well as the book. Whenever I start reading a book, I always end up on the author's Wikipedia page. Like I do an in-depth research about the author whenever I'm reading a book. And if it's a classic, I also love doing an in-depth history lesson of that period and also learning anything of the historical context and also the author, if the book is inspired by the author's life. For example, The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins. Oh my god, I forgot her name. That book was very semi-autobiographical, only reading one book at a time. I used to be so bad at this. I used to read like 5 books at a time, and now I only do 1, and trust me, it's the best thing. Like for a long time, I used to read 1 fiction and 1 non-fiction book at a time, and I used to like doing that, but now I only read 1 book at a time, only 1, and it really helps me get more into the story. Rereading old favorites. This is something that I never do, but I want to start doing because I don't know why I used to reread all the time, and also I used to rewatch all my favorite shows, and I will always listen to some music, but for the past 2 years I haven't done that for some reason, so I want to start doing that again. Seasonal reading moods. I'm someone that loves dividing my reading between seasons. I tend to read more moody classics, dark academia during autumn, more fantasy during spring. During winter, read very wefty classics. Summer is more for mythology and history books. I'm a mood reader when it comes to seasons. Hyperfixating on a time period or a singular author. I love doing that, like disappearing into one literary universe, like disappearing into one literary genre or just one literary period. I'm someone that hyperfixates on time periods or authors. Whenever I find a time period that I like, I just consume a lot of media during that time period, where it's music, TV shows, movies, books as well. And now, for example, I'm reading The Odyssey, so I just keep listening to more epic adventure music, like soundtracks like Gladiator and all of that. And now I'm going to read 2 Russian classics, so watch me listen to Russian music. And lastly, allowing yourself to abandon a book. Chic readers know when to abandon a book. I used to be so bad at DNFing books, especially books that I used to own, like physically own. Now I DNF books left and right. I don't care if I physically own the book. I can sell it. Like for example, The Starless Sea, I've tried reading the book many times. I know the main reason was because I owned the book, but I ended up selling it, and now it hasn't even crossed my mind to read the book on my e-reader or anything. I can be 200 pages into a book and I will end up DNFing it if I think I'm not going to like it, because I don't have the time for that, the time of the energy, really. So these are some reading habits I love and I find chic and sexy, if you will. I hope you guys liked this video, and hopefully there wasn't a lot of background noise. So I will see you very soon. Bye.